Money feels like I feel like I have a lot of money and I feel really appreciative of money that's in my experience. And I feel really grateful for the money that's flowing into my experience. And I feel like I enjoy how I make money and I enjoy how money comes into my experience and I enjoy how I use my money and where I spend my money. And I feel like money is really a tool to allow me to do good in the world. And the money that I'm receiving really is truly an indication of the impact that I'm creating. And so all of that feels really clear and clean, right? I feel good about the flow of money in and out, right? I feel good about being part of that giving and receiving cycle. And so it just feels really, really natural. And I want you to really tune into that, because what I feel when I speak that out and when I share that with you is that it's absolutely a clear channel, right? There's no duplicity in those feelings. You know, my thinking and my emotions around the money are really just like totally in alignment. And there's no, I want it, but it's wrong to want it. Or I want it, but it's wrong to focus on making it. I want it, but it's bad to want it, right? Or it's all this energy of I want it and I want it and I want it. And I don't feel guilty or wrong about that, right? I know that, again, money is a neutral resource. It's a tool to help us live our fullest, most abundant expression of our lives. And that, that's a good thing, right? And that money is what allows me to contribute, right? I always say that abundant, empowered women change the world, right? And so we need more money in the hands of good women who can contribute positively to our world. There aren't any limiting thoughts, right? There aren't any limiting beliefs that are in the way of that being possible. And so then with money feeling good, it just has to flow, right? It has to become a part of the experience, right? Receiving money just feels good to me. Generating money feels good to me. Making money feels good to me. The idea of spending money, right? I'm grateful for the money I have. All of that energy is a real clear channel. So I want to know from you guys are in the comments, where do you get hung up on this? Where do you get tangled up with money, and where do you feel like guilty or wrong or bad about it? And I want to know, what does that look like for you? So maybe we can do some coaching around that. That earning money, generating money, receiving money is of service. And so that's how I want you to start to think about it, right? Not that it's wrong to want money, but it's really truly of service when you think about it. When you think about your, being able to contribute, to give back in a way, because you're in that giving and receiving of money, you're contributing to the ultimate flow. It's not simply about that you're going to just start charging money for your gifts or your talents, right? And that everything is automatically going to be easy and perfect, right? There's determination, there's passion, there's hard work, there's systems and structure and doing the work that helps you create the flow of money. And those are really powerful forces, right? They can create things, quickly in your experience. But what I want to talk about here is really that it's this vibe of doing things you don't want to do because you think that's the only way to make money. What I want to get us into is really this vibe of understanding that you get to do what you truly desire, knowing that it's worthy of money. And I think the distinguishing factor is that I don't identify the things that I do as the source of my money. So I want to talk about that. So I have digital courses that are out there. I have coaching programs. I have clients, right? The course is not the source of my money. Money doesn't come from courses, but money flows through courses to me, right? Money doesn't come from my clients, but money flows through my clients to me, right? So those things are not the source, right? They are truly just a vehicle for money to flow through, right? And so when I get into the vibe of understanding that it's not I have to create this course because that's how money is going to come to me, right? That's a really restricted energy. That's a blocked energy that's need-based and scarcity-based, versus I get to create what I desire. And not because I think it's a way to make money, but because it's a way to do what I want to do and it's worthy of money, right? And so of course money will get to flow through it. And I don't know if you can hear the distinction in that, but it's really, really different. It gets to be an energetic exchange and a way to make money, right? So I want to let's look at this one. I have layered money issues, but I think the top two are that I feel bad taking others' money for something that is so easy to me. And the other is that others work much harder than me. So who am I to make that? Those are really, really common. Thank you for sharing those. So yeah, this idea that you feel bad taking money for others for something that's so easy for you. So here's the deal about gifts and talents, that when you don't value them or put the worth to them, neither does anybody else. But when you actually value it appropriately, then it's an equal energetic exchange. And the reason why somebody would want to, buy what you have to offer is because it is your unique talent and gift. And normally the things that come easy to us are the things that are our gifts and talents, right? But they don't come easy to others. And so it's important to remember that, right? That may seem like, oh, that's so easy. But for most people, that's not, right? And that's why they're paying you for that, is because they're seeking that skill, they're seeking that talent, they're seeking that expertise. And so there needs to be some sort of energetic exchange, right? And it has to be valued appropriately. Otherwise, as the person who's giving that gift or talent, if you are undercharging and over delivering, right, and they're over here just receiving, it's not an equal exchange. And then what ends up happening is, as the giver, you end up burned out, exhausted, resentful, frustrated, all of those things. It's a really, really common money block. And, this other money block is that it has to be hard. It has to be a struggle. It has to be exhausting, right? It's sort of like, I got here at 7 and I leave at 7, right? Like it's some sort of badge of honor, how much you worked for it, right? I worked really hard for that, right? That's a really, really common money block as well. And that's also, often preventing women from allowing in more flow, allowing in more ease, right? So noticing where you have that tendency, noticing where you have that habit to feel like you have to prove your worth, right? It has to be a struggle to get there. And asking yourself, am I willing to release this, right? Am I willing to allow this to be easier? Am I willing to allow in more flow? Am I willing to allow in more grace as I go about this? Those would be really, really good ones for you. See, what else did I have in my notes? Really just, what I want to communicate here is just allowing things, realizing that I think pulling this out, sort of like the tangible thing that you're offering is not the source of your money, but it's a way for money to flow through to you, right? This is a really, really big way that I feel clear and clean and in alignment with money, and that I don't feel guilty about money, or I don't feel that it's wrong to want or desire or to manifest or to generate or to earn or to receive or to give money, right? Because the energy is super clear, right? That there's lots of things that I feel called to create and do in the world, and that money gets to flow through them. Call to action, just notice if there's any duplicity in your own thinking, right? Like, I want it, but it's wrong to want it. I want it, but I feel guilty receiving it, right? That's when the energy is not a clear channel, and it can really wreck your money manifesting vibe and your money manifesting game, because there's resistance, right? There's literally like a block in the road that is like preventing any forward motion. And so just noticing that duplicity in your own thinking or your own emotions, and you'll know it's there because it doesn't feel good, right? Wanting to have money, to generate money, to earn money, to receive money, to make money, to, call in more money, right? Like that should feel really, really good. And if it doesn't feel good, then you know that like there's some beliefs, there's some limiting beliefs, or there's some habits or some dynamics at play that are, keeping you separate. So noticing that for yourself, is there any duplicity in your thinking and your emotions, right? Are they not in alignment and really together?